Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aquarius April 1st, 2022. The temptation to push or pressure matters is with you today, but it's best to keep the pace even. Mercury forms a minor challenging aspect to Uranus, potentially exciting the nerves. The moon spends the day in your home sector, pointing to a deep need for a little more security in your life. This combination is not ideal, making it best to remain flexible, allowing twists and turns to point you in a new direction. Take your needs to relax, rest, and get comfortable more seriously now, but consider that getting some mental refreshment or surprises can lead to useful improvements. Luna enters your fourth house of home, family matters, innermost feelings today, bringing emphasis to everything from your personal life to your overall sense of stability. Do you feel comfortable making these things possible with your special someone by your side? In addition to making your emotional stability a priority, you could also be contemplating the foundation of your connection, especially since the moon will be squaring off with the wounded healer, Chiron, via your seventh house of agreements, compromise, and significant others. In harmony with freedom-loving Uranus, you could also decide to break away from an entanglement and/or emotion that's no longer serving you. Now is your time to step up as a leader in your work life. As the last quarter moon in Aquarius reaches its potency, you could feel particularly stressed. This lunar phase does impose a crisis mode, which can add more stress as your sign squares the lunation. You may feel like it is time for you to step up as a grounded, responsible leader. The lunar energy is perfect for a peacemaker like you since Aquarius's energy is there to get the job done. So, it can refocus your attention on your obligations instead of work politics. While there has already been a lot of positive energy between planets on the job front and the South Node in your income sector, you haven't seen anything yet. It is when Venus, the planet of money, returns to your work sector in 12 days that she will know how to fully exploit this. Until then, it is more about a belief in what's possible. Do you feel like embracing the whole world? Then go ahead and do it. Start off with your friends and family. All those old arguments and problems are forgotten and forgiven, leaving you to concentrate on the important things in life. Share your excess of love and warmth with people who really mean a lot to you. Dip your toes into another culture by any means necessary. You need a little shock to the system to get you out of your cloistered little world. Full of anticipation, choices confronting you are confusing and you're not sure who you want to hug and hold close to your heart. If you feel that having to be polite and diplomatic causes you problems, there's nothing wrong with letting people know you wish to remain single and don't want a serious relationship. With so much fiery energy coming your way from the celestial configuration, you won't have any trouble accessing your charming personality. Use this energy to diversify your exercise routine. Any aerobic exercise you do will practically send you through the roof. You may want to turn to yoga or some other kind of deep stretching exercise that will bring some of this heat into your muscles, melt them a little, and help them stretch and lengthen. Welcome to your very own day. There's no better time than this to set some new goals for yourself. You're likely to be a creative, deep-thinking soul. You probably really enjoy a challenge, and like to spend a lot of time alone with your thoughts and feelings. You may also find that it can be hard for you to let others know the real you. You are also known to be quite secretive and stubborn at times. Consider setting goals that will strengthen your relationship with others. Whether it is the moon's final hours in your work sector or its return to your relationship sector today, they are not only equally important now, but even more so over the coming weeks. The moon is just passing through is highlighting the two growth areas of your life and at a pivotal time for both. An alignment with Jupiter and Neptune 10 days after the Sun left your work sector and ahead of Venus' return next week is giving you an intuitive read on a huge amount of untapped potential. Meanwhile, the moon's return to your relationship sector ahead of tomorrow's new moon is equally important. The moon might return to your relationship sector every 4 weeks, but it returns for its most important visit of the year so far today. As the only visit while the Sun and Mercury, the planet of communication, are here, this was always going to put a lot more focus on your relationships, with the lead up to tomorrow's new moon a chance to embrace the journey ahead. Our eyes in the sky. There are many juxtaposing energies at play today, causing confusion about which sentiment to lean into. A potentially very challenging morning is followed by a healing evening. Mars shares a minor aspect with Saturn, which gives us the opportunity to move toward a place of authority. The caution is that you could become too bossy and want to control others. Sometimes it's hard to let things pass without reacting, and this could be one of those days. Holding back your feelings and reining in the need to supervise will be hard, especially if you're projecting feelings onto others and situations. Jupiter and Uranus share a minor aspect, which could exacerbate these sentiments. To be honest, it could make us feel like we're right for asserting our dominance, and in fact it isn't necessarily needed to help a situation move along. Arguments may happen, some people will be passive and others confrontational. Therefore, it's important to check the emotions and vibe before arguing with anyone who's annoying you. Later in the day, Venus shares a minor frustration with Centaur Chiron, offering us a way to heal these relationships in the evening. The question is if you're ready to kiss and make up. Authentically apologizing and accepting an apology from others can be complex if you aren't really ready to drop the drama and move forward. How do you want to proceed? Think about this and then make your decision. If you're having trouble deciding if something is real or you need to make a decision, but feel like you don't have all the facts, it's a great time to turn to your exceptionally fine-tuned sense of intuition. This Pisces lunation puts you in touch with your subconscious as well as the spirit world, which helps you rely on those special feelings that other people don't have. When you just get a feeling that you should turn left instead of right, or that someone you know is in trouble, trust it. Late this afternoon there's a Moon-Uranus sextile that encourages you to be open to changes and surprises. This might involve going out of your comfort zone or trying something totally new, but these things lead to new opportunities and potential long-term growth. Of course, you have your limits of what you're willing to do or how far you'll take things, but just knowing that you have something exciting to look forward to can change your whole demeanor. Tonight is a good time to explore your spirituality or satisfy your mystic curiosity. You might want to get an online prayer group started, sign up for a remote Bible study class, or call a psychic. Don't be naive, however. While these things can all help you on your personal quest for enlightenment, there are people out there who don't have your best interest at heart. Don't let yourself be taken advantage of.